Hi everyone, it's me, Elna from twinsmommy.com, and I'm here today to do a video on how to help you grow your email list from the email list challenge. All right, so hopefully you're here. Cross my fingers that you're here, and I'm going to teach you how to create a landing page for your freebie. You know, when I first started blogging, I didn't do any landing pages. But when I first started Twins Mommy, I decided to try a lot of new marketing tips as well as way to make money in a different way. And so I decided to create a landing page. But I'm not very tech person. And so I do it this simple way, and I've been doing it, and it's helped me grow my email list. I mean, each page has given me thousands of subscribers. So I know this page converts, so I want to share with you that tactic and how I do it easily with a WordPress blog and how you can get started, as well as using ConvertKit, because that's the easiest way to create these types of landing pages, not with ConvertKit, but with the opt-in form that I'm using. I hope that makes all sense. Hi, if everyone's here, that you guys can hear me. I don't want to take too much of your time, but I hope you do enroll in the email list building challenge, so that you can grab your first 100 subscribers, or if it's your next 100 subscribers or your first 500. I'm here to help you, and we can dive in. If you have any questions about the freebies that you want to create, anything about ConvertKit, about email list building, or even email marketing strategy, post them in below and we can talk it all out. I do have the time, but again, I don't want to take all your time, if that makes sense. All right, everyone, so let's get started. This is week 2 of the email list building challenge. In the first week, I had you create 2 freebies so that you can start offering them on your blog. Now, in this week, we're going to start promoting them a bit more heavily. And one way that is highly converting is to create a landing page just for that freebie. So what that looks like is, if you're on social media, if you're on Facebook, Instagram, or Pinterest, and you see a pin perhaps of something that catches your eye, you click on it and it immediately takes you to a page on a site. It's not really a blog post. There's usually no menu involved. There's nothing on the side. It's just a page with whatever they're promoting at that point. And it's a freebie, a challenge, an email course, whatever it is. And it could also be a sales page for a product. Those are also types of landing pages for your blog. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you some examples of what I use for landing pages on Twins Mommy, and that are converting for me. So let's just switch over, and let me just expand this a bit. Okay, so this is the very first opt-in that I offered on Twins Mommy. It is a checklist. Now, I do say in the challenge that those are the easiest types of freebies that you can offer, and that convert quite well. And so what I did was I created this little page. Now, I just said that landing pages don't have menus, so this is my version of a landing page. I think this is an old one. So it's a mini blog post, right? I tell them my experience with growing my blog and what I do, and then at the bottom, I just have the opt-in form. Now, I did this for a while for a lot of my freebies. I actually wrote a lot on this, and it did convert, but over time, it's not like I got lazy, but I had more on my plate. I had more things to do, more blogs, more of everything. So I couldn't spend the time actually writing. I mean, I bet you this is about almost like a blog post, like 500 words. So what I did that I found that worked better. So the next freebie was this one. So I had my sort of call to action here. And then I offered my freebie right away. And then I gave them a little story and then what they expect to have in this freebie. Now, this was a much better converting strategy. All right. So, and I found that this template worked. And so I've tweaked it a little bit so that my last 3 freebies are using the new template. All right, so that's what it is right there, and it's the opt-in form again. All right. And so my pin promote planner is the template that I've been using because I found that this is the most converting. But there is one thing here that I don't have on my other landing pages that this one does have. So when you look at a landing page, for what I use is I like to have a big, not a call to action, but like a question that immediately tells a brand new person that lands on this if I'm on the right track of what they're looking for. So I always start with every landing page some big question on why they're here in the first place. That's why I attracted you to this page, and I'm going to help you through that problem. And so for the pin promote planner, I ask, do you want to grow your traffic on Pinterest? Now, specifically Pinterest, but you have no idea how. So for someone that's brand new, they're like, well, yeah, I have a blog, I have traffic, I want to use Pinterest, but I just don't know how to connect those pieces. That hopefully will keep them on this page, right, to keep on reading. So then I have a little, I don't even know what this is called, a little headline here on just another tactic. Like here, this is how you're going to massively grow your traffic on Pinterest. I show them a little graphic of the freebie that they're going to offer, and then immediately give them the opt-in form here. I use different opt-in forms, so play around with what works for you. So again, I give them, I let them know that this is free, because up until this point, no one knows that this is free, right? So make sure that in your landing page, you say that it's free and what it is exactly, that they're going to get the pin promote planner. And I put the date because, Pinterest has been changing practically every month. So I want to be up to date as possible. I tell my story. This is important I feel, for these landing pages to connect with your audience. So if you can tell a story on your landing page, a little bit, not a lot, but how you overcame that problem and how you identified with that audience. Like, I had no clue about Pinterest either. I had to learn, I had to make mistakes. I found what worked, kind of thing, with whatever it is you're promoting. I started getting a lot of some testimonials. And that's the one thing that I don't have on my other landing pages, but I will add them later, hopefully. So adding any testimonials. I created this in Canva, actually, so you can just create them easily. And then I like to use big headings so that people can at least know, they can skim and say, oh, okay, whatever catches their attention. This might catch their attention if I use a big heading about how I tripled my traffic in the first 3 months, kind of thing. I give more proof about my credibility and how I can help you, because I grew my Pinterest traffic by whatever I was doing on Pinterest. So I show them that. And then I quickly just go into what they're going to get. Maybe not on this page here. I probably peppered it throughout what they're getting. And then I make sure that this little part of my landing page, I have on all my pages now, a picture of me and who I am. So that's important. If you have a brand new person going to this page and they don't know anything about you, I feel like having that connection is really important. Share your story, share your image, your brand, and have a little bio at the bottom. I have another testimonial. And then at the bottom here, I try to do a different type of image of that freebie with an opt-in form. And then, of course, this pin promote planner has even more testimonials that I added here. So this is converting. This was highly converting. It, I think I grabbed over 3,000 subscribers when I launched this. But the newer one, so goal setting planner is my newest one. But as you can see, it has the same type of template. I give that question to connect, and then I tell them what I'm going to be doing to help them. So I have that little benefit, I guess, and then I have the image. I make sure that it's free, and then I have the opt-in form, and then again I go into this little story. I give them proof, all right, and then more of these subheadings so that if they're scrolling, that might attract them, and then they'll read this little section here. All right, so again, I go through this process, and then at the bottom I have, again, that same template at the bottom here. So this is something that you can easily create. So let's walk through this, and if anyone has any questions, just pop them in. So what I do is I end up just creating pages on my site. And as you can tell, I mean, it hasn't distracted anyone with the big menu at the top here. Um, that hasn't stopped anyone when they land on this page. So they might even think it's a blog post actually. But so I just create a page on my site. So you just go to the back end of WordPress, click on Pages, and Add New. And in the last video that I showed you, we talked about a potty training guide or potty training course or whatever it is for the parenting toddler niche kind of thing. So we can use that. And if you've been promoting that last week, well, then now you can ramp it up by creating a page on your site. So you would just put, again, you would start with that question, you know, struggling to potty train your toddler, like that, right? And then you can have something at the bottom here, you know, like grab the 2-day proven tactic to potty train your child. Something like that, right? And then after you have this here at top, let's center that. Then you're going to have an image of the freebie that you're going to offer. And these images are, I use screenshots. So if I'm in Canva and I'm creating the freebie, I can take a screenshot of each of those pages and then create a new canvas on Canva, put them all together, and take a screenshot of that. So I can do something like that. I personally use Keynote actually because I'm on Mac and it's a little bit easier to use Keynote, but you can use even Google Slides to take get screenshots of everything, place it on a Google slide with a white background, and then take a screenshot of that. So let's pretend that I have a screenshot of my freebie that I'm offering, which I don't here. I don't think I even have. No, this is a mock blog here. A mock blog. So I'm going to just take this one. I'm going to center it and I'm going to make it it depends, a little bit smaller, maybe 50%. We'll try 50%. All right, so we have this. Now I want to make this one page. So if you go to document on the side here, you can go to the page layout and go to full width. All right, and then save that. So that will remove any sidebars that you have on a page. It won't remove the top part, but it'll remove the bottom, the sides. So this is what I have so far. I don't have an opt-in form that's connected to this potty training guide right here. Oops. So you know what? I would probably even italicize that. All right. So then here I would probably put it in a heading, maybe like an H2 and like, you know, free 2-day potty training guide. I would I'm still understanding how to use, oh, here it is. On the side here, I would, I'll center it. How to use the new WordPress block editor. As you can see, I'm fumbling. And then this is where I would put my opt-in form. So with this freebie, we did create an opt-in forms in one of my posts. So I'm going to go to one of my posts and then put the form there. So here's the potty training secret post that we created last week, right, to promote that new freebie. You can take that form, the code, and place it on this new page. So we'll just grab that here. So here it is. It's already been centered and everything from last week. So I'm going to copy and paste, and then I'm just going to put this in here as an HTML block like that. And you can preview it. So there you go. So that's the beginning part of it. Now on ConvertKit, you can have different types of opt-in forms. You can have one that's naked, like this one. All right, so play around with what works. I've been using the naked version. just because it looks easier and it looks a bit more like streamlined. But whatever works. I wouldn't say that this wouldn't work, but it probably would. It's a form, right? And you're going to convert that person with your writing, and that's where you can shine. You can shine and keep that person's attention. So it's something like this. Pretend this is a nice little freebie. Then they opt in right here. Again, you can have a different opt-in form, but that's how you would easily connect it. Especially with ConvertKit, they get that embedded form, and you can just place it on your blog easily. After that, then you want to start telling your story. So, and then you just go into your story. When I had my twins, potty training was almost a disaster. You can try to hook them in by sharing your story and how you overcame that challenge. And so I would do a couple of sentences of that, and then I would add another subheading. So for this, it might be like, I never knew how easy it could be to potty train my toddlers. Like, I can have something like this and then go into the process of like, once I found out about this, this tactic or this strategy or whatever, then everything changed. And within 2 days, my twins were potty trained, and, grab my guide and I walk you through that process and I set you up for success. And so you can write about that. And then at the bottom, again, then you would share your story. So you would have a picture of you, of who you are. And I feel like this process, like that little template, really works because you want to connect with your reader. And that's a huge picture of me. And then, I would write, I'm Elna, a mom to twins, and as a blogger, and yada, yada, yada. And then I would just weave in my little credibility of how I was able to potty train my toddlers in 2 days, which, by the way, I never did. My daughter was easy, but my son was a lot harder. But again, I would probably put this in my guide and tell my story of like, if you have boys, I suggest you wait until they're at least 3 if you can, just little success tips in my guide. And then I could tailor it for boys and girls kind of thing. But that would be my little bio. And then at the bottom, I would put another image of that freebie and then the form. And so then when you have that, you're going to have this really optimized landing page that when people come that are from Pinterest or wherever you're sharing it on social media, they'll look at your brand name, and then they'll see, I didn't center that, but then you can, I'm going to center it so it looks nicer. Okay. There. And this has to be centered. Everything has to be centered, I guess, with the new block thing. I didn't know that. There. All right. So then you would center everything in the middle of your page. You can even go with an H1 or they don't offer that, but if you could in the back end offer this, even make it bigger. Because I think on mine it looks bigger than that one. Although this is an H2 on my theme. So depending on your theme, what size it would look like. But all right, so that's how I would do that. And then promoting that, you would create a pin. So you can hide your pins, but I want to connect my pin here, and I want people to pin this. So you can have little, like at the bottom, after you have your opt-in form here. So if we place our form here, and then at the bottom, I would place my pin images here. So I believe with Media Library here, you can create a gallery. I thought you could. But anyways, you would put one pin here. This is a pin, I think. And then you would, whatever you're using, social warfare or whatever, you would make this as the pin that people would share. All right. And then that's how you can get people over to this page, and then you can then share this page on Facebook, right? And so you can create a Facebook image for that, and you would put that in your Yoast. So in Yoast here, you would create a specific image for Facebook or for Twitter, and you would upload that image here so that when you share it on social media, they will get that image for Twitter and Facebook. All right. And then people can pin this for Pinterest. All right. But if you're using social warfare, you can add it at the bottom here for social warfare. So I hope that helps. Hi, everyone. Yeah, I hope that helped with you understanding the process of creating that page. And you can just create a page on your WordPress site, remove the sidebars, put everything in the center, and then make sure to have at least 2 opt-in forms, one at the top and one at the bottom. That's part of the template that helps with converting those subscribers that maybe when they click on your pin, they just want to sign up quickly because you've already hooked them. So right there, the form is at the top. But for those people that are not sure, they can read your story, connect with you, see what this freebie is all about, and then sign up at the bottom. And then you can get people to share it. And then you can share it all over Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and Instagram if you want. So that's my process. And, like I said, ConvertKit makes it easy to just grab that form and then place it on your blogs. Hey, Miriam. Oh, thanks. Glad you enjoyed the video. All right, everyone. So there you go. And good luck with growing your email list, doing this already. So I'll catch you later. See you later. Bye.